create a flow of energy that is actually positive and will actually help you attract abundance, attract good things, give you better mood or the success that you want, or better health or the relationship that you want. We're going to talk about how to attract abundance with meditation technology. When you want to get to a destination, let's say you want to go on vacation, or you want to go to even somewhere like a grocery store, somewhere close by, or you want to go to a place you've never been to before, there is a certain process that you have to take in order to go from point A to point B. So same thing goes in our life. If we want to attract abundance, if we want to manifest something, first we have to have 6 things. So in any journey, there's 6 things that you need. You need a point of origin, you need a destination, you need a map, you need a vehicle to get there, you need energy to power your vehicle, and then you need navigation. You need something or a process that allows you to navigate through the obstacles or unforeseen circumstances or different changes in the map. Okay, because in life, nothing is set in stone. Things change. Like, for example, who would have thought that we would be staying at home and experiencing a pandemic during our lifetime in this time in history? Nobody would have thought. So things happen, and we don't have control of a lot of things that happen as we are moving on our way from where we are to where we want to go. So the key is, do you have some kind of navigation system? Do you have some kind of process, some kind of programming that allows you to navigate through the obstacles, through the twists and turns and the curveballs that life throws you, so that you can keep moving forward and to get to where you want to go, to get moving forward, to get the abundance or the success that you want, or better health, or the relationship that you want. We have to have some kind of process. And many people don't have that process, or they only have a part of a process. And what happens is they get to a certain point, they get stuck. There's a roadblock, you can't go any further. And you keep banging against this wall, banging your head against this wall, and people stay there for years without getting any further progress in their life. And it's because they never have the navigation skills in order to get to the next level in their journey. So those are the 6 things that are required in any kind of journey. Let's say that you want to go to the school, or you want to go to the grocery store. Well, you can't go there if you don't know how to get there. You don't have a map. Okay, you know how to get there now because you already been there many times. But first time you went to the grocery store, the first time, you had to have a map, and then you have to have a vehicle. Even if it's just walking, your legs are the vehicle. So unless you have a vehicle, you won't be able to get there. You can have faster vehicles, like having a car or having a bicycle, but then you still need a vehicle. And what you also need is you need energy. Without energy, without fuel in your car or electricity, without fuel in your body to move your legs, you're still not going to go anywhere. All right. So all those 6 things are vital to any kind of journey that you take in your life, or to manifest any kind of abundance that you need. We also talked about 3 kinds of luck, because sometimes things just happen and you can't explain. So sometimes things happen and you just can't explain why they happen. Sometimes you meet a person that you haven't met for a long time, and for some reason you see him again the next day, and the next day you see him again out of the blue. You can't explain it. Things happen in this world that we cannot explain. So there is an essence of luck in everything that we do. So there's 3 kinds of luck. There's heaven luck, there's energetic luck, and then there's human luck. So what are these things? And from last week, we said heaven luck is what's in the stars, astrology, horoscopes. And you may or may not believe in it, but scientifically, planets and the way they align, and stars and how they align with our planet, with Earth, actually scientifically proven to alter the way that magnetic waves affect our body. Even radio signals are changed and altered when the planets are aligned in different places around Earth. So they change the way that our Earth receives frequencies, because each planet is actually emitting a frequency, emitting a sound, so to speak. And that affects our minds, our psyche, and also our bodies, and specifically the spinal fluid in our spines that actually dramatically change the way we act, change the way our behavior and interaction with others. So scientifically speaking, stars and planets may have actual effects on our mood, definitely, and our behavior. Okay, so that's heaven luck. Can we control heaven luck? Yes or no? Can we control how the planets move? Of course not. We can't control how the planets move. It's good to know how they move and how they affect us, but we can't control that. So what can we do? Well, there's energetic luck. Energetic luck is the flow of energy around our body, for example, in an environment, or inside of our body, or in the general planet in general. So energetic luck, a summarized version is feng shui. What is feng shui? Who's heard of feng shui before? Okay, feng shui basically means is a Chinese practice or a study of how your house or the windows and the doors and how the actual energy flows throughout your house or your place of business, which basically in turn changes the environment, changes your psychology or the feeling or the mood in that space. Okay, so that's one way of explaining energetic luck, is the flow of energy in throughout space. So for example, if you have an office and you have an office with a window in front of your computer or behind your computer, then you're probably going to be concentrating less because your mind is kind of like outside of the window and it's thinking about what's going on outside the window. So if you have a workspace, you want it to face the wall basically, because you don't want your concentration to leak out of the window. So that's one feng shui concept, and it's a little bit based on psychology, but in Chinese practice is based on the flow of energy. Okay, so that's one way of doing using energetic luck. Another way is to actually directly manipulate the flow of energy, and how we do that is we use technology. We use electromagnetic fields or energy fields that are created from some of our technologies, for example, chi coils and the mantra coil or the aura coil that you see here. So we use those technologies to actually create a field of energy and create a flow of energy that is actually positive and will actually help you attract abundance, attract good things, give you better mood for a large area. So if you have a aura coil like this or a mantra coil, these affect areas up to 1,000 to 6,000 square feet, and they can program or move that energy in a positive way throughout a large space. So it could be a large home or an office or a building, and all the people inside will feel elevated. It will raise the energy. Okay, so that's one way of actually being able to change your energetic luck, is by using technology. Okay, the third way is human luck. Human luck is what we can do ourselves, our thoughts, our plans, our skills, our attitudes, and our emotions. Okay, so all those things that we make us human, all those things that make us into people who can change or observe or be able to exist in this world. That's what makes up human luck. And today we're going to show you 12 ways of basically changing human luck. So hopefully next week we'll get to meet David Prince, and he's a track and field para-Olympian, and he actually suffered a brain trauma. Can you see my screen? Yeah. And he lost a leg, and he decided to keep moving forward in his life, and he went on to become a para-Olympian, and he actually won a bronze prize in one of his competitions, and he won a 6th place in the 200-meter dash in the 2016 Paralympic Games. He also got a bronze medal in the 400-meter dash in London 2012 Paralympic Games. So this is pretty crazy, because that's number 3 in the whole world and number 6 in the whole world. So he's always been consistently top 10 and up to like number 3 in the whole world for his track and field. And he's also had many world champion prizes. He's got 3 silver medals, 2 bronze medals, 1 bronze medal. And he was raised by missionary parents, traveled frequently across the country, spent 8 years, and is outgoing, picking up the language. Okay, in 18 he crashed his motorcycle and had to have his leg amputated below the knee, as well as a traumatic head injury. So but what do you do when you lose your leg and a limb and you have brain traumatic injury? What do you do? How do you continue with the life? mental focus as well. So we can learn that. But why did I bring that up? Is because success is a journey, and then we come by obstacles that we cannot foresee. I don't think David Prince thought that he was going to get an accident and had to amputate his leg. And by the way, here's a picture of him computing with the amputated leg. He has one of these contraptions on his leg for the competition. So he competes for Team USA. So life throws curveballs at you, and nobody has it, like, unless you're really lucky, and this is probably less than 1% of people, is that you achieve a success without any obstacles, without any challenges. But then a lot of people that do that, like people who win the lottery, what happens is after a year or after a month, they're not happy anymore. There's a Chinese saying that goes like this: if you have a good meal and you're happy for a day, you get a lot of money, become rich, you're happy for a month. You get married and you're happy for a year. Okay, so things that happen to us that make us happy, we think that, oh, that's going to make us happy, that's going to make us happy. It may make you happy, but it doesn't really last. The goal and achieving that goal, let's say I want to make $100,000 this year, or I want to make $1 million. Once you hit that goal, then what? You'll be happy for about a month. And then what you do? So that's why a lot of people, when they reach high level success, a lot of them actually backslide and go into depression, because they find that, oh, I thought that I spent my whole life, or I spent all my energy getting to this point in my life. Now that I've achieved success, and then they're happy for a short while. And then after that, they lose the purpose in life. They lose what their goal was, what their vision was. And they start to become depressed, okay? And this happens a lot. So what is success? What is abundance? What is prosperity? Is it just to achieve those things that you want? Is it just to get those things? And then that's it? That's all we have? That's all our purpose is? What do you think? Happiness is something within, but I think happiness is the pursuit of happiness, is the happiness. It's not the achievement of happiness, that's the happiness. So happiness is a journey, and it's the journey that knowing that you are on the path that you're meant to be on, and you are achieving your potential that you were that you were designed for, you were born to do. So I think, David Prince's, what made him keep going? What made him pursue his dream or his goals to become a para-Olympian, become the top 10 in the world in track and field? After losing his leg, as many people who lose their leg, what happens? Most likely you're going to be depressed. Most likely you're going to be traumatized. You're going to be, you lost something so important to you. But what makes somebody, and what makes you push through those challenges in your life, or even as big as losing a limb, and then go on to become very successful, and to the point of like being the top 10 in the world? Like, what does it take? And what goes through the mind of someone like that? And what is the motivation and inspiration that makes them to achieve those levels of success? Aya says, I think it's the fact of being part of something bigger than ourselves. Yeah, so I think, yeah, that's all part of success, all part of prosperity, all part of abundance. It's all about, it comes from inside, that's right. It comes from inside the deepest part of your soul, I would say. It's not just something that you have a flight of fancy for. It's not just something, you see a commercial on TV, you see a fancy car, or you see a very beautiful woman, and you say, oh yeah, I want that. It goes deeper than that. It's something that is, that basically defines you. It's something that you're willing to devote your life to. I think, and it's not, most people may not find it. Some people will find this thing. Some people may not find it. And it takes time. It's a journey on its own to find out where you want to go and what that thing is for you that really motivates you or inspires you to become more than you are. Okay. Now here's a good question. What's the difference between motivation and inspiration? Who knows the difference? motivation versus inspiration. What is the difference? Okay, let me ask you another question. Is motivation, oh yeah, you got it, Randall. Motivation, one is external, one is internal. Leroy says inspiration is outward, motivation is inward. Okay, yeah, one is external, one motivates you. Somebody can inspire you. So Randall says inspiration is internal. Polka says motivation is outside influence that pushes you, and inspiration is internal drive that inspires you to achieve. Christy says, yeah, it's just a few seconds. Okay. Okay. So that's right. So inspiration is something that comes from within. Motivation is usually something that affects you from the outside. Which one lasts longer? Polka says inspiration. That's right. Inspiration lasts longer because we don't need outside influence to keep us moving, to keep us fired up, to keep that fuel, because the fuel comes from inside. So no matter what happens outside, no matter what the circumstances are, no matter if we lose a leg or lose an arm or something happens to us or get in an accident, that's all outside. That's all circumstances that are out of control. Even if those things happen to us, that we still have what's inside to keep us moving forward. Okay, so that's very key. To be happy is to have that inspiration and knowing that you're taking steps every day, even though it's just little tiny crawling baby steps, that you know that you're moving forward every day. So let's talk about the 12 steps of manifesting abundance, or manifesting anything for that matter. So here's the top 12 steps, and we can go actually one webinar for each step. So today we're going to go to we're just going to do the overview, and let me just go through each one. So the 12 steps are dream inspiration, idea concept, visualization, modeling, blueprint intention, getting resourceful, action plan, prioritization, optimization, testing, evaluation, retest, reevaluate, and scale. And you can use this process for anything that you want to become successful, to manifest anything, to create anything that you want. And there's a lot of courses out there that teach you how to be successful, and many of them actually are good because they have maybe one or maybe two or three. Sometimes they have 5 of these, but I haven't seen many courses that actually will show you the whole process of manifesting from step 1 to 12. Okay, and each one of them are vital if you want to get to a high level of success. And having one of these out of 12 will get you to a certain point, but then you're going to get stuck. Okay, you're going to run into a loop. If you just have a few of them, you'll get more successful, you have more skills. So each one of these are actual skills and mindsets that you need in order to move forward. And these are 12 steps. And this is a process, so it's not a magic formula and that's something you can that you won't have to do anything with. Okay, so you need to actually personally do these things, take action in order for it to work for you. Okay, it's not, knowing it is good, but then you need to also put it into action. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the first couple of steps, dream and inspiration. So let me see. The first step is dream and inspiration. Dream and inspiration, idea and concept. So what's the difference between dreams, inspiration, and idea concept? Anyone can anybody tell me? Dream and inspiration versus idea and concept. Boca says dream is a wish or desire. John says dream is a feeling, concept is thinking. Yeah, that could be. Okay, so dreams and inspirations come from inside, and a lot of times you may not be able to explain it logically. So dreams and inspirations are emotional. And then Leroy says, inspiration comes from the source and the ideas in the mind. Yes. Boca says, inspiration is internal drive driven by a focused goal. Yeah. And concept is a thought or idea. Right. Okay. So I think you're going along the same lines. So yeah, dreams and inspiration is coming from the source. So what is the source? The source could be a higher power, could be your soul, could be your spirit. It's something that kind of defines you in a really deep way. It could be and it definitely gives you the emotion. It drives you emotion. You feel convicted. You feel inspired, right? It's something inside of you. You feel a fire inside of you. So that's a dream and inspiration. And then it could be a literal dream. Like you woke up one morning and then you had this dream, and then it gave you this inspiration. And the dream made no sense. It's something, but it inspired you to do something, or to create something, or inspire you to become something, or gave you some idea, which is the next step, right? So first it comes to the dream. Okay, it's internal. It's based on emotion. Here's my idea. Here's my concept. Here's my idea. Here's my concept. And by the way, if you stay to the end of the webinar today, another mystery frequency we're going to be releasing right at the end of this webinar. So stay until the end. You're going to get a free mystery frequency. I'm going to send you the link at the end. Okay. So idea and concept. So you have the dream and inspiration. It inspires you into an idea that you can write down, or a concept. Let's say that you have an idea for music. Let's say you're a musician and you have this tune in your head, or you were dreaming, or you inspired and you hear this music, or a drum beat, or some kind of harmony in your mind, or some kind of lyrics. And then what do you do next? You probably write it down. You record it somewhere. So that inspiration, dream, becomes an idea. It becomes something that you can express logically on a piece of paper, or a concept that you can write down. Okay, does it make sense? Pretty simple, right? So far, step 1 and 2. Now the next step is visualization. So what's the difference between idea, concept, and visualization? Right now we're in step 3. Step 1, dream inspiration. Step 2, idea, concept. Step 3 is visualization. So who can tell me what visualization is? Idea, abstract. Visualization is specific. Visualization is the action plan required to get you in motion. Thanks, John and Polka. Yeah, so once you have an idea or concept, it's still kind of in the air, right? But visualization is when you start to see in your mind, or hear, or feel, and be able to conceptualize and visualize what is it that you want to see happen, or what is it that you want to create. Okay, so what was just a general concept or idea now becomes something more concrete, something that is that you can basically create a blueprint for. It's kind of like a something that you can imagine with your mind. So if it's a piece of music, and we go back to the music idea, is now you can see the notes, and you can see which harmonies that you're going to put together. You're going to see what rhythm that you're going to use. You're going to see what layering and what effects you're going to use, and how the sound is actually going to come out. All right. If you're an artist, you can do the same thing. Let's say that now you can see that painting that you're going to draw, that you're going to paint, or that image that you're going to make, or now instead of just a concept, now you can see, okay, I'm going to draw this part like this. This is going to look like this. I'm going to use this colors. I'm going to use this kind of shading. I'm going to use this kind of paintbrush, and you start to visualize how it's going to, the end result. Now you're going to see, okay, what do I have? What's going to end up? What I'm going to end up with? What's going to look like? What's going to sound like? What's going to feel like at the end when it's all completed? Okay, so that's visualization. Pretty simple, right? Okay. You guys ready for the next step? Okay, awesome. So the next step is modeling. The next step is modeling. So step 4 is modeling. Now that you have now you have a picture of where you want to be, or what it's going to be, the end result. You want to be, you have the end in mind. Now the next step is to find other people or other places that already have something similar, and then model after it. Okay, now this is the shortcut method. Okay, there's 2 ways of doing things. Either you figure out on your own, or you find other people have already succeeded with it, and then you figure out how they do it and try to model after them. Okay, so modeling is a very important part in manifesting. Okay, and every successful person in history has always modeled after someone, always had a mentor, or always started with something, built their idea or built their concept from somebody else who has already done it. For example, like music, we go back to music again. If you had an idea of music, you probably heard a piece of that idea from another song, or something that you played before on an instrument, and then that gave you an idea to create something new with it. Or if you're an artist, you saw a piece of work, a piece of art, and that gave you an idea and you want to do something like that. So modeling is very important, because now we don't have to figure everything out on our own, and we can kind of like use somebody else's path that they forged ahead before we did, so that we can follow that path and then avoid the obstacles and avoid the navigation that we needed to do if we had to do it on our own. Those are the first four steps, and we're going to stop there today. Do you have any questions about this? That's right. Boga says, why reinvent the wheel when you can model off it? Great teaching. Christy says, just think maybe you should drink some water if you're not feeling well. Okay, I'm feeling fine, but I'll drink some water anyway. Okay, so let me review what we talked about today. So the first four steps of manifesting anything or creating success is having a dream and inspiration. And how do you get a dream? How do you get inspiration? Well, one good way is to meditate, right? You want to go and see if you can just start listening to the sounds and start being able to really calm down yourself so that you can really experience what's happening and go into your deepest parts of your mind, so you can access those dreams and inspirations. Because we get easily distracted with the things in life that we have to do, or material things, and we don't really, many people don't have the time, or they just don't have the capacity to really calm themselves down to see and feel what is it inside themselves. Okay, so we need to meditate in order to get that dream and inspiration, and that's where it comes from. I don't think it's very difficult to get that dream and inspiration if you don't actually listen. Okay, so first you have to listen to yourself or your higher power, and ask the question. You can even ask higher power and say, okay, what is my dream? What is my inspiration? And then just be quiet and listen. Okay, so that's the first step. Next step is to take it and become an idea or a concept. Now it becomes more concrete. Now you can explain it to someone. What's internal, now you can bring it externally. You can draw a picture, you can write it down, you can express it to somebody, and it becomes now a concept. And then the third step is visualization, is to start, and now you can see the end goal in mind. You have a picture of what it is that you want to have, to see, to become, to experience, and now you can have the end in mind. You can visualize it. And then the fourth part is, now you have this visualized. Now the next step is to look for other people or other things that have existed in history that are similar to what you want, what you just visualized, and then see what you can do to model after that. Okay, so those are first steps, and you can use that to help you start manifesting things in your life. And then in the next upcoming webinar, I'm going to talk about the next 8 more steps. Booker says, meditation helps you step into your higher self and deep dive into your thoughts, plus structure your focus, and then solidifies your growth. That's right. So yeah, meditation helps you, especially in this most important part of the process. And yeah, this is very important, because we're building a step upon each one over another. And if we don't do this important dream inspiration part, don't do the meditation, because the first three levels is very meditation heavy. Dreaming, idea, concept, and visualization. Those are basically I would say 90% of that is meditation. Okay, modeling is less meditation, but it's so important to be connected to your inner self and to your consciousness so that you can do those first three things. Because if you don't have your dream and inspiration, what did I say before? What's going to happen to you when you go down this path and you work towards and you put your energy into creating something? If you don't have a dream and inspiration, what usually happens? People say failure. Yeah, well, that is the outcome. Frustration, yes. But basically, you run out of juice, you run out of fuel, because if you don't have dream to fuel you, you don't have an inspiration to fuel you, you don't have something inside that's going to give you that energy to keep moving on. Once those obstacles come your way, once the challenges come your way, you're always going to be counting on external motivation to keep keep moving forward. That's right, you burn out basically. Okay, so that's most so important. Meditation is so key to success, is because it's what begins the whole process of manifestation. Okay, the first three steps is all about meditation. John says, I think I'm a little broken when it comes to me manifesting, as there's too many distractions as well as my surroundings altering my mindset, making it difficult to focus. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, especially nowadays, there's so many challenges with what's happening in the world today. It's hard to get rid of distractions so that we can focus and then get in the mindset of manifesting. I know we're all having that challenge. But what can we do? What can we do in this situation? How can we focus? How can we meditate? How can we eliminate distractions, or at least meditate even in the midst of distractions? What can we do about that? Leroy says guided meditation. Technology, Leroy says, yeah, that helps. Focus says, I get it, but you have to first learn how to meditate through the distractions by letting it become a part of your meditation process. Yeah. So distractions are going to come. They're not. It's difficult to be distractionless because there's so many things happening in our life. So what do you do? I think it's not really the distractions. It's more about your emotions. Okay, because if you can be calm, and if you can be focused, and you can be at peace, even with distractions happening, then the distractions don't matter anymore. Okay, so it's really about how you can control your mind and how you can master your own emotions, and how to get rid of negative emotions and turn them into good emotions. That's the key. Okay, so people ask me, okay, David, how do you meditate? Okay, you go through challenges too. You go through problems. You have problems in business. You have setbacks and things like that. How do you keep motivated? How do you keep moving forward? And how do you have your energy to keep moving forward through your obstacles and challenges? And I tell them, well, you have to learn how to deal with your emotions. You have to learn how to deal with your challenges, and then turn that stress, because you can be stressed, turn anxiety, turn your lack of focus, and then transform it into something positive. Okay, and that's actually what some of the frequencies I'm going to give you today are for. Okay, you have to learn how to wash out negative energy, and we do that in our Qigong meditation. We learn how to wash out and relieve stress or release tension, so that you can get back to being in balance. You can get back to being in calm and peaceful, and then from that point, then you can be connected again. You can start to manifest again, start to meditate again. John says, I've been doing things different in the past, like you suggested. Okay, good. G says, respond or react. John says, I feel that there's lots of different Johns here. So this is John Wayne, right? He says, I feel that with all that I've done in the past and tried, the only thing that keeps me coming into mind is genuine energy healer. That's good. Yeah. So that's great. If that's working for you, keep doing that. If you have an energy healer that can really help you, then keep seeing if you can find that energy healer that can help you with your thing. But hopefully you learn how to do self-healing, okay, which is what I do. So with Qigong meditation, I'm not sure if you follow some of my Qigong meditation. That's exactly what it is. It's energy healing for yourself. Okay, because when you have an energy healer help you, that's great. It's all fantastic. But then you need someone there, and especially with COVID, you can't really, go there or something like that, right? To see that person. The self-healing, yeah. So great. Yeah, I'll show you one of my self-healing courses. So one of my courses is about doing the Qigong energy meditation, which I'm going to do in just a bit. You're going to follow me to do that right after this. And then when you combine it with technology, that actually enhances that process. Okay, so many people like Reiki practitioners, yeah, Reiki can do remotely. Yeah, they can do remotely. I think any energy healing can be done remotely. It's having like a trainer when you want to, train for any kind of sport. Okay, it's great to have a coach. Let's say you get stuck, and then they can tell you or help you in a specific area that you need help with. But ideally, I think it's best for us to learn how to heal ourselves. Because when we learn how to heal ourselves, then we can heal other people. That's how Reiki practitioners and energy healers learn. They first learn how to heal themselves before they can heal other people, right? I think that's how it works. If you guys have technology, who's got a Qi coil now? I think a lot of you guys do. So do Qi coil meditation, and that energizes you and actually makes you an energy healing like battery. It gives you the Qi energy. It gives you the energy so you can convert that energy into healing energy for yourself. So first, learn how to heal yourself, and then you can learn how to heal other people. Because you have to understand how energy flows through yourself first before you can actually, figure out how it flows through someone else. You have to experience it yourself to be able to make that energy move in a certain way in other people. Okay, so that's what I'd like to help you do today, is to help you to start feeling the energy in yourself and learning how to use that energy and how to activate that energy. Right, so meditation, how do we meditate? How do we meditate and calm, and how do we find that centeredness even with all the distractions around us, so that we can get into the mindset or get into the flow of manifesting? So you get back to our dream, get back to our inner selves, so that we can start the manifesting process. Okay, so let's do that right now. You guys ready? Let's do a Qigong exercise for centering and for focus and centering. Okay, you guys ready? So get into a nice, comfortable place. You can be standing or you can be sitting, and stand up straight. Okay, if you're standing, try to keep your neck really long, as if your head was suspended from the top of the head with a string, and then everything just kind of relaxes underneath your head, like it's suspended like a puppet. If you're sitting down, I prefer that you don't lean back on the chair. I prefer that you sit up straight like this. And keep everything else loose. Keep everything loose. Hands are loose, arms are loose. And what you do if you're standing up is to bend your knees just a bit, so I drop a bit. You see, I'm standing up straight, and then I drop a little bit like this. So my knees are bent about an inch. So with your feet together, the knees slightly bent, your eyes kind of like drowsy. So not completely open, not completely closed, but drowsy, and looking forward and down just slightly. And then I want you to feel your belly button here. I want you to put the middle of your palm, let's say there's a little point there, and use that point to cover your belly button. If you're a male, use your left hand first. If you're female, use your right hand first. Okay, so put your left hand if you're male, and then put the other hand over top and cross it. So you look at it, it's like this. Okay, so imagine there's these are aligned together, and that aligns to your belly button. And then just relax, you can relax and massage your belly button and press into it. Go in one direction. And then go in the other direction. Okay. And then now I want you to breathe in through your nose. And then you can breathe out through your nose as well. So, and as you're breathing in, your stomach expands, so it gets bigger. And when you're breathing out, the stomach contracts. So see how it comes out when I breathe in, breathe out, it comes in. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So make sure it's your belly that's moving, not your body, okay? We're not just moving your body back and forth. My spine is straight, it doesn't move. It's just my belly that's moving in and out. Move in and out, okay? So both hands on there. And breathe in, breathe out. Okay, you can close your eyes. And you want to breathe long, slow, slender breaths. Try to draw long breaths like you are like pulling a long piece of pizza dough with your breath. Imagine you're pulling this breath from the air, and it's like pizza dough. You can stretch it, and then when you breathe in, it's nice and long and smooth. So no sudden breaths. And as you're breathing, you can feel your stomach rising and contracting, rising and falling. So just put your awareness there. Now think about your belly button as you're breathing in. See if you can feel it. Just imagine that point, your belly button. Does it feel ticklish? Feel sensitive? Now, imagine you going into your body about an inch from your belly button. So imagine and try to feel that part of your body behind your belly button. Keep breathing in and out. Okay. Now, widen your stance a little. So now your feet are just shoulder width apart. See my feet, shoulder width apart. And now I want you to raise your hands up like this, like you're gathering and making a big circle, and let it gently, slowly come down. So make a big circle with your hands going up. Look up as you go up, and then as they come down, let your eyes guide your hands down. As you come up this way, you look up, you breathe in, and you breathe out. And as you're breathing out through your mouth, just let the hands gently fall down. And remember last week, a really good imagination and visualization for this is to imagine you're underwater, like deep in the ocean. Okay, and you can still breathe underwater, but you're totally submerged in water right now. And as you move your body, move your arms, you can feel that water flowing over your skin. You can feel it, just like in the swimming pool. You can feel that water flowing as you move your arms through it gently. Now imagine you want to make as little disturbance in the water as possible. You want to move your bodies slow enough so that you don't make any big splashes or any big disturbances. Okay, keep doing that, and notice that your hands will naturally slow down when you start imagining that you're underwater. And you start feeling the sensation of that water. So really, now use your ears and start listening to the air that is going over your skin as you move it through the air. That's how sensitive I want you to be right now. Okay, feel the air flow, and what you may start feeling is your hands getting hotter. If that's happening, then good job. Keep doing that. And make sure your hands are relaxed. Don't completely open your hands, and don't close your hands either. You can see my hands are just relaxed. They're not open, they're not closed.
Try telling me again with the name of the app.
They're not open and they're not closed. They're just, they call it the fair lady's hands. So they're just, imagine there's like a cup, you're cupping something, energy inside your hands. So you don't want them to be completely open. This will be completely open. You see that? This will be completely closed, and this will be halfway. That's what you want. So keep doing that. Now bring it to your third eye, and then let it fall. So as you're doing this, you're underwater, but as you're breathing in, you want to also imagine you're gathering energy, and then you're guiding it into your third eye and into the middle of your head where your pineal gland is. So pineal gland is an organ in the middle of your brain, and is the source of light inside of your brain, and intuition and imagination. So with this, you can call it a pineal gland cleansing technique, an activation technique, because now you're using your whole body to guide positive healing energy through your third eye, which is right here, into your mind. You can feel your mind kind of cooling. I feel cooling when I do this. My head feels cool. So I'm breathing in, comes in, and then I feel like my ears tingly. And then as I let it drop, then the energy flows back to your center here. Call it the dantian. In Chinese, you call it dantian, is your battery or energy battery. So bring it into your third eye, and then it fall to your battery, and then relax. Fall and relax. Now you bring it to your center here, and then relax. So same thing, but now we're bringing in guiding energy through our belly button into the center, and then hold it there and relax. Breathe in, guide it to the center, relax. And we want to use our middle fingers to direct the energy. So I'm using my middle finger and point it directly to my belly button. Okay, very key as you're doing this is to keep your shoulders relaxed. One thing that people may do is when they come in, they go, and then they hold all the energy in the chest. Okay, we don't want to do that. That's why you want to breathe with our stomachs. So we're breathing in their stomachs, and then relax. Okay, when you see your shoulders rising or your chest rising, then you're using your chest and you're tensing that up too much. So try to relax your chest. You find yourself tensing up, just let go and just start over. If you start tensing up, just go, just like relax and then start over. All right, so now we're gonna cover our belly buttons again like this and do a few breaths. All right, and then how are you guys feeling so far? Okay, so let's continue. So now what you want to do is kind of extend your hands out like this, as if you're a tree, and everything just hanging there like that, like a puppet. If you don't have enough room, you can just do this. So if you have more room, so here's shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider than that. Okay, so what I want you to do in this position, if your arms get tired, just drop them, okay? If you're getting too tired, just drop them. Or you can hold it up front like this if you're getting too tired. So there's two ways of doing this. This is the hugging the tree. You're hugging the tree. Imagine there's a big tree in front of you, you're hugging the tree trunk. And in this one, you are the tree, and these are your limbs, or these are your branches. So just like a tree's branch, it's flexible, but they just hang there in gravity. And you're the tree trunk, and everything just hangs off the tree trunk. So how I want you to do this now is imagine that you're breathing energy into your fingers, okay, up your hands, up your elbows, through your shoulder, and into your stomach. So both hands are doing this at the same time, like that, okay? So I want you to imagine you're breathing in, and then energy is coming through your fingers, into your forearms, elbow, and then upper arm, shoulder, through your chest, and then into your stomach. If you're doing this way, same thing, through your fingers, through your arms, through your shoulders, and then down to your stomach, and then breathe out. So I want you to imagine white light kind of traveling through each finger, through your thumb, through your finger, middle finger, fourth finger, pinky, going through your hand, your wrist. Imagine there's a white light going through your body as you're breathing in and ending up in the middle. Okay. So breathe in energy. And then breathe out. Okay, so it helps to have your fingers point at each other. And this whole thing is round. So a tree's trunk is completely round. So everything has to be round. So this, including the chest, is kind of round. This is, and it's round this way. So if you look from the top, it's kind of like this. It's round. So breathe in to your stomach and then relax, breathe out. And then breathe out. I'll do it from the side so you can see. If your arms get tired, then just go back to this one. And then when you had some rest, then go back to this. On the side. So should be able to start feeling something in your hands. Your hands should be getting hotter. You may be feeling hotter already, like whole body may be feeling hotter. Or you may feel some numb tingles or some vibrating or buzzing sensations in your hands. If you're feeling that, then just relax and keep going. And if you can feel your stomach getting cool or getting hotter, then that's even better. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to imagine it's like one of those squeeze tubes, like a popsicle tubes. And this is the popsicle tube. And I want you to slowly squeeze your fist and then squeeze your forearm and then squeeze your bicep and then squeeze your chest and then squeeze your stomach. So it's as if you're squeezing the energy with your muscles to your stomach. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, so first we breathe in. As you breathe in, you imagine the energy went into your hands, you squeeze the energy, then you progressively squeeze your arm, the forearm, then your shoulders, and then your chest, and then your stomach, and then relax. Okay, so it takes a little bit of coordination to be able to squeeze them in sequence. But if you can't, then just squeeze everything at the same time, okay? So I start my hands and then I squeeze, and then I squeeze my shoulders, and then I squeeze my chest, and then I squeeze my stomach, okay? And then relax and breathe out. So as I'm squeezing, I'm breathing in. Hold it for about a second. Try to focus that squeeze right in your belly button, and then relax. Okay? I breathe in and squeeze. Okay, now before we squeeze, we're gonna relax completely, like the tree again. We're underwater again. Or you can do this. You're totally underwater, and you're just floating there. Okay, completely relaxed, and you don't have a care. You're deep underwater, and you can feel that air on your skin again. And now, when you feel that, now begin to squeeze, and then squeeze all the energy into your stomach. and then relax. And one more time, we can go from complete relaxation into complete tension. So complete relaxation, I'm underwater, I'm slowly floating in the water, I have no tension whatsoever. I'm like I'm just like part of the water. I am the water. You are with the water, and you're blending together with whatever is flowing underwater right now. You can't even feel your body. And go from there, you breathe in. As you breathe in, you become energy. And you squeeze, 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 squeeze to your stomach, belly button. Breathe in a little bit more, sip, take a couple more sips of air, and then relax. Okay, last time, let's do a really good one. So we're underwater again, and you are with water. And you're underwater, you can't feel anything. You're suspended and mixing together with the water. When the water flows in the direction, you flow there. The water current moves in a certain direction, you move there. There's no tension whatsoever. Okay, you get that feeling? Okay. Now, breathe in, you become energy. You start to take form. You squeeze through your arms, your chest, your middle, take little sips of air, sip in a little bit more. The more you sip in, the more you squeeze. Hold it into your stomach, 5 seconds. And then completely relax, okay? And then now we're going to close off, feet together just like our starting position, both hands on our stomachs, and just do the breathing. Put your awareness in the middle of your stomach or belly button. And just be aware of your environment and experience the feelings and sensations in your body. Just be aware of it. Put your awareness right behind your belly button. As you breathe in and breathe out, nice long breaths. Okay, and then whenever you're ready, open your eyes and just relax. Okay, how are you guys doing? All right, so welcome back. John says, feel amazing. Lonnie says, awesome. Focus says, wonderful. Do you guys feel more focused? Feel your mind. What do you feel in your mind right now? Wonderful, took my pain away. That's great. Body lifted up, more relaxed, focus, clear, alive. Yes, mind is calmed, still. I feel at ease. Fantastic. Clarity. Thanks, Lawanda. Yeah, keep it coming. How do you guys feel? I want to see what your feedback is. Type it in. So personally, I feel like I feel a lot more balanced. I feel like my head is balanced, and Like I had a little bit of a headache earlier, but now I have less pain in my head. And I feel like I can feel my whole body more. I'm more aware of my body because, and I feel hotter. I can feel my hands a little bit sticky, probably from the perspiration. My blood circulation has increased. Body temperature has gone up, and I feel more awake. I feel more focused. My head is clearer, and what else? My hands are hot, and I just feel like more substantial. I feel like I'm more in my body. So let's see what you guys are saying. If you expanding energy in the arms, Lonnie says you're freezing. You feel cold. Okay, interesting. Okay, so hopefully, so that is a combination of just some energy activation and centering, chi energy washing, and then the squeezing part is actually a bone marrow chi energy condensing. So it's used to actually enliven the bone marrow, because your bone marrow is actually what creates a lot of stem cells, I think. I'm not sure. But I think, but the bone marrow is the key, because children have very flexible bones, and they have a lot of bone marrow that's alive inside their bones. So their bones are alive inside, and they have a lot more, Leroy says, yes, stem cells, so that's correct. So, and then as people age, their bones start to get brittle because the bone marrow is less. So this is when you do that squeeze, you actually want to squeeze the chi energy into your bones. Poca says, yes, bone marrow creates the red blood cells and extra stem cells, yeah. John says, I will definitely be adding this to another little body postures I do. And it definitely gets your blood flowing, and it helps you to channel that chi energy into your center, because he said, I think John said he wanted to feel more centered, feel more focused. So that's something that I do if I need to feel more centered and focused. That the center squeezes together like this. Right now we just did the top. So the full form actually involves the feet. Poca says, this was awesome, very stimulating to the immune system. Thanks, Poca. John had a question. He says, I'm thinking all this is about personal interest when I'm someone who has a vision towards humanity. Okay, that's great. So the manifesting phase is all the steps can be used for any kind of vision. So if your vision is towards humanity, you can use this system or these steps for that as well. It's just that you're very special, and most people that come to the webinar, they may have only personal interests. So if I speak to them, then more people will understand what I'm saying. Polka says, this was awesome and very stimulating. Okay, I already read that. All right, so yeah, so let me show you the free frequency that we are giving you guys. It is where is it? So today we're going to give you the liver frequency, which is for that turns anger into kindness. So I created 5 elemental frequencies that we're releasing. So you can see here, last week we launched the fear to calmness. This week we're going to launch, or right now we just launched the anger to kindness. And this is based on liver or small intestines. Oh, wait a minute, no, this is for the heart and small intestines, sorry. So this is a heart and small intestines meditation. And it turns anger into kindness. So it's an hour long, and I'd like you guys to listen to that and tell me how and comment on the video. in the comment section, share it with your friends, and like, oh, it's still private. Let me have to release it. So let me schedule it now. Okay, so now it's released. And here's the link. I'll give it to you after the webinar so you don't leave the screen. Okay, so this is a frequency for your heart and small intestines, which in Chinese traditional medicine are connected to your emotions, specifically anger. And if you're stressed out or angry, this is something that you can listen to, and it balances out your heart and small intestine energies. And it actually helps you to become more kind as a person. Isn't that great? Okay, so I'm going to give you that in a second. And then if you don't have one of our technologies, right now we have a sale. And you can see that we have our immune system upgrade. You get the energy course, energy meditation course. You can learn all the Qigong meditations. It's a 5-week course included. You get immune boost frequencies. You get a bottle of closed silver, and we also donate a portion of the sale to healthcare providers. So it's actually worth $535 for this whole package as a bonus, and that's included free with any of our Qigong systems or any of our resonant wave systems. So if you want to learn about that, then you can go to qilifestore.com, QILIFE store.com, or you can call this number, 1-833-374-2645, or you can email us at support@qilifestore.com. Okay, so the sale is for limited time, so make sure you go there and grab that. And for the next 5 weeks, we're doing the 5-element transformation meditation. We released today, we released frequency number 2, and come back next week and release the 3rd one. And the 3rd one is, I think, going to be one of these. Is going to be anxiety to balance, or depression to courage, or stress to joy. So remember what I said earlier about how to transform your emotions into positive ones. This is how you do it. Can you plug in a Qi coil to computer to use that YouTube frequency? Yeah, you can. So the Qi coils can be used with any audio signal. So you can use our Qi coil app. You can use the computer, download our MP3s. You can go to our website and purchase our special MP3s. You can go to our quantum frequencies here, and we have actually a very wide selection. I think we have about 600 quantum frequencies, one of the largest collections everywhere. And the very popular ones are pineal gland activation, that's very popular. Infinities for abundance and then release, that's popular. We also have, a lot of people get the 5.8 transformation and miracles. So these are special frequencies that I came up with harmonic ratios based on the solfeggio frequencies. So there's lots of solfeggio, but nobody's done it the way that I have. We also have chakra tune-up. So all those are the popular ones. And you go to here, you go to quantum frequencies, and you can see all these frequencies. So you can download these as MP3s, and you can use them with Qi coils, or you can just use them as audio therapy. You can just listen to them, and you can get results from just listening to them. And by the way, if you haven't joined a reward program, you can click here in the bottom right of the screen. It's free to join. You don't have to buy anything. And once you join, you can get $15 off. You can get a free coupon for $15 by sending people coupons. So you send all your friends on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, send them this coupon for $15. When they use the coupon, you get $15. So you get 10 people that use the coupon, you get $150 worth of stuff you can get for free. And you collect points too. And with points, you can actually use it to redeem some of my frequencies for free. So the more points you get, the more free stuff you get, and that's free to join as well. So the exercise we did today actually helps with anger as well, because you're squeezing all that energy. So now what you can do is you just imagine all that angry energy is squeezing into the center, and then as you relax, blow it out like that, okay, into the ground. So do the same thing we just did today. You can watch the replay. And then when you squeeze, just add a forceful blowing out when you relax after the squeeze. So you're squeezing, you breathe in and then and breathe it out like that. That'll help you with your anger. Do you treat water you drink with coils? Yeah, sure. Why not? We do. So you can easily treat water by placing the coil next to any water or food, and then it'll energize your food. Actually, we've done a study. It actually increases the light refraction in water. So we can prove it actually restructures water. I actually have a photo somewhere. They took pictures of the water light refraction, and after using the chi coils, the water glows more. It actually glows. The water is brighter. So absolutely, yeah, use this to energize the water. Use it all the time. Dee wants to know how to use the coil. Okay, so the chi coil is the starter, like an entry-level coil. And you can do all that meditation we just did today while having this close to you. And what it does is it converts the audio signals from our app. So you can either get a console like this with all our frequencies, or you can download the app onto your phone with some of the frequencies, and you connect it to the chi coil. And then from the power from your phone, it turns it into chi energy, turns it into electromagnetic waves. And electromagnetic waves as big as 3 feet in radius. So about 6 feet, about this big around the coil. So if you just put it there, it'll be like, go through your whole body. And then your body communicates with that electromagnetic energy, and it activates your chi energy, as well as many other things. So it transforms your mind and your body, helps you relax, helps you to get in a better mood. If you're stressed out, it helps you to become less stressed. So all that Qigong exercise we did is basically a tool to help you do that. How do you get a Qi coil? Just go to qilifestore.com. Okay. And I'll send you, here's a direct link you can go to. qilifestore.com special. So right now we have a sale, 50% off. qilifestore.com special 50. Or you can go to our store, you can go to technology, go to Qi Coil Systems, and you can see what's available now. Okay, they're on sale for a limited time. So that you can get the single, you can get a double, which is both yin and yang. Each one has a different feeling, because the one is more opening, one's more condensing. So that's Qi Coil 1. We have an upgraded model, which is the Qi Coil 2, which are like this. This is the one of the Qi Coil 2s. As you notice, it's solid composite, so it's very hard to break. So it's an upgrade, which this is okay too, but they're built on the nest. So that's our entry-level model, which is good. But if you sit on it, it might break because this is acrylic, right? This, if you drop it from a building, is not going to break. So Qi Coil 2 systems are available. I'm not even showing my screen. Okay, so here you can go. You can see Qi Coil 1. You can see Qi Coil system, which has both the yin and yang. And then Qi Coil 2 Pro system, it has the case. You get a bunch of frequencies. You get the magnets. You get build clip. Transformation system, you get the gold Qi Coil 2 with gold plated. You get all the frequencies unlocked in the phone, which is about I think 200 frequencies, and you get the course, which will teach you the manifesting techniques I use. Pent up frustrations and anger. I found it hard to transmute it consistently. I think it's just a matter of doing it daily, right? I do Qigong every day, and over time it will help. So you have to heal what's inside, and it takes time to heal your emotions and heal your organs. So, but you can do it. If you can do it faster with the technology for sure, because I would say this would make your progress at least 5 to 10 times faster. John Wainwright says, Don, we slowing mastering this though. We will not let it overcome us as it had in the past. What is it made of? Do you wants to know? This is made of copper. The wiring is with copper or gold-plated copper, and the nest is acrylic. And then the Q2, the nest is using composite. So that's what it's made of. Yeah, it's copper. So the wiring is copper. Copper is one of the best or easiest ways to create an electromagnetic field. William wants to know, what's the power voltage limit of the coil? Well, these ones, the limit would be probably 50 watts. I wouldn't go higher than that. If you want more power, then we have the mantra coils or the oil coils, which can go quite high. And they can be as big, their fields can be as big as 6,000 square feet. So that there's a video I made that I actually measure how big the field is. I was 30 feet away from it, and you can still measure the field with a field meter. Yeah, basically this is orgonite, but I don't want to call it that. How much for the big one? The big ones start at about 2,000 and go up to about 5,000. So as you can see, I'm using it to energize my supplements. You can put your drinks or supplements on there, and it energizes all of them. All right. Thanks, Randall. I'll see you next week. Dee wants to know, do you use it the same? What do you mean the same? Is Chico 2 via silver really a big upgrade? The field is the same. Chico, the gold one versus the silver one. It is more aesthetics. People like the gold. You get gold ions too because of the 24 karat gold. And but you get the most frequencies, and you get the coarse. So it's the best value. The big one, like the little one, the big one is about 100 times stronger than the little one. So people, when they want to get a starter system, they just get the small one. And then when they get familiar with this, then they get the big one. Or some people just get everything. They just want to experience everything at the same time. Because the good thing about the small ones is you can bring them with you anywhere you go. They're very portable, and they're very small and compact. Yeah, John, yeah, you need to save. We do have financing, so you can see if you can get it for as low as $50 a month. I think our lowest system, you can get, if you qualify through the Klarna, I think it's $50 a month. Or we can do internal financing. We can do 50% down, and you can do payments for the rest. Lonnie wants me to explain yin and the yang. So in yin and yang is this spin of the vortex, right? Because the electromagnetic field kind of comes out like this, like a spiral. So the yin is counterclockwise, and the yang is clockwise. And it's basically, when you use the yin, the counterclockwise, it feels like you're expanding. So it feels like your mind or your body expands, whereas using the yang, it feels like your mind is kind of focusing and then contracting. So if you need to have if you need like extreme focus, let's say you're competing in a tennis match and you need extreme focus, then you use the yin. And then if you need to relax and you need to expand your mind or your body, then you use the yin. Dee says, thank you. This is what I've been looking for. What are we looking for, Dee? So what was the problem or the thing you wanted to solve in your life? Magnetic energy. What did you want to do with the magnetic energy? All right, thanks, Ulysses. See you next week. This is used for helping with internal healing. Yeah, exactly. Lonnie says, what is the best way to listen to the frequencies? Yeah, with headphone or the speakers, right? So people ask that. I think both are good. Both are good. Like with the headphones, you tend to be able to, if you have like noise canceling headphones, then it's great, because if you live in a loud place, then you can cut out all the noise and you can just listen to the frequency. But then with the speakers, you can you can feel the vibration on your skin that the speakers are big enough. So both are good. Whatever you like. Just depends on what your situation is. But if you're playing something really loud, you don't want to disturb the neighbors or you wake up your family. So at nighttime, headphones work great because you can just put them on. But if you do it through the speakers, then everybody who hears it will be affected by it. So that's another benefit. So both are good. John says, I'm a teacher. How does this technology help learning? That's a good question, because we just started a new campaign for some stuff. So let me show you. tcoil.com. So if you're a teacher, this was great for people who want to focus and actually learn faster. So we started a new campaign, learn 3 times faster with brain enhancement technology. And this is Jamal Charlo. He uses our cheat codes to help him program his brain for peak performance. So it helps him increase his focus, his confidence, his intelligence, clarity, balance, and speed. No, we use NASA-inspired sound and magnetic waves that optimize your brain and body's fitness. And he's undefeated right now, 30 wins and 0 losses. And this is a photo of me and him. So you guys take care. You guys have a good week and use the chi and prosper. See you soon.